48 hours ago, you could walk into a chat on X and you could say, hey, I think Bitcoin is going to dump. And everybody in there would call you an idiot and tell you that it's going to pump to the moon. Then the ETF launched. Bitcoin did go to 49,000. Now, as of this moment, it's just shy of 42,000 for an epic dump, the likes of which we rarely see in this market. We haven't seen a dump this severe in this market in, I want to say, 9 days. So what's really going on? Well, let's kind of look at it. We're going to check the chart out. I'm going to give you an idea of what's going on here. If you like this content, make sure that you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell to be notified of future content, and let's see what is going on. So we look at the chart and we see it's actually quite simple. We had a breakout on this move right here. The breakout just didn't last. This was a buy the rumor, sell the news event, the likes of which I was going to say we never see, but guys, let's face it, we always see this. This is the playbook with crypto, right? What happens next? What are we looking for? And, where is the money? Well, the money right now for anybody who got in is in shorting it. And if you did, then you just made out like a bandit. Now, we're going to zoom in here just a little bit, and we're going to check out some of our levels and see, what is going on here right now. And we are right now having a strong buyback moment, but that buyback moment is coming after 140 billion US dollars was dumped on the open market. 140 billion dollars in the US market. We're going to look, by the way, at the liquidity and see if maybe we pick up, where this thing went, where it's going. Is it going to continue to go down? I mean, the answer to that probably is yes. It's already come down $7,000, I want to say, in just a short little while. And what's the purpose of it going up at this point? Now, it could be to hold the position. So let me take you back just a little step here and tell you that for a very long time, for a year now, we've been working on this line right here, this long-term trend line. We've been bouncing off of it. We're hitting into these ranges right now where we're getting to the halving. Halving is estimated over here at around the 22nd of April, give or take. That would put us at about 52,000 minimum if we continued on. So at this point, you have to ask yourself, well, what's going to happen now? So zooming back in, you can see right here that trend line still acts as support, even when we sold off the other day on the fake out from Matrixport, the Matrixport article about the guy at Matrixport who doesn't actually even work at Matrixport anymore, telling you that the market was going to dump and that the ETFs were not going to be approved. Well, he was wrong, but that was what was needed right there for them to hit you with the liquidity bomb. Now, here's the other part. They're hitting you with the liquidity bomb right now. So are we done? Is it over? And I would venture to say that just based on this right here, just based on this wick right here that tells us that we got that big move down, but we got eaten up, and we're getting eaten up right now. We have, I want to say, about an hour and a half before this candle mints. If we get a little bit more buyback, then it's going to be a strong look just like this right here. So if it moves up into this, if we get near the 43 range, then that's going to look like a very bullish indicator that we just had what we would call it, you just got chopped basically. And that just means that, this market is just chopping through longs and shorts right now. It's going after and attacking derivatives traders. So that looks like where it's happening and where it's going right now. So at 42, when we started this, it was right under 42,000. Right now it's at 42,350. We were down 140 billion when this started, and it's down 115 billion now. It does not mean that we're on our way back up. It doesn't mean that we're doing anything. Perhaps all we're going to do right now is range. But if I'm looking at this, then what I'm seeing right here is a bounce off of our support line. Is there liquidity at some other levels that we might want to look into? So if we take a look at our 1 week liquidation chart and liquidation map, you can see right here, we just really swept all the way down into this range to get these numbers. This is a big dip. Now we're going to go to a little larger time frame at this point, kind of see what happened here. And as you can see right there, We swept all the way down. I want to point this out. Swept all the way down to where the liquidity was. We just wrecked a bunch of longs. Now that's going to cause a little bit of a reversal. Right now, we've gotten the capital, we've gotten the money. So now the question is, what happens next? Well, now we have to go into the shorter time frame to see where the money is. And here we go. Now that we've swept all the way down here, the shorts, the people who were shorting this going, I'm going to get this money. All of these people are sitting up here and they are now ass out in the wind, exposed, which would likely tell me that this is the next path right here. Now, I don't know if we go all the way up. I just want to show you this is where the liquidity is, specifically 45,000 right there. That's the position. So let's look at that. Now let's zoom out just a little bit more. We're going to go to the 3-day. We're going to see what the 3-day looks like, because it's going to give us a little bit more of an idea of a leverage position. We have no liquidity through 44,000, just kind of sitting right here, right? All of these shorts right here starting to get high dollar amounts here around 46.5. So it is possible that we look not today, not tomorrow, probably not Sunday either, to get back into the 46, 47 range for that money. But if we do not, and you don't start to see a little bit of strength, where is this going to go? And we're going to answer that right after. What's going on, guys? Cryptonomy.finance. I do have an incredible promo event. Follow Cryptonomy_fi. Make your deposit at Cryptonomy.finance. Like and retweet the post and tag 3 friends who love Solana. As you can see right here, earned about 0.0014 Bitcoin. When we get to our fixed levels, my tether so far, $4,345, I've actually earned $251 in accrued interest. For my XRP, 224 XRP, Ethereum 0.09, Ethereum, Bitcoin, we've got 0.008, 0.008, also about $500. Of course, these ranges were a little different. I was using a little bit more. And then we have the long-term one that I set up over here as well, 0.01. The launch pool. Guys, I want to stress, like, this is where the money has been made. My position right here, you can see right now, we've accrued interest of $19,000. By the way, the reason for that is very simple, because if you get in on the launch pool. And some of these, when you get something big, like 9.74, and you're in on 18x return or a 7% return, another 8 right there. Once you start to get these big returns, that's when you start to get the big rewards. So we put a heavy amount into this. What I'm going to do, we're going to look up some Solana. And so we're going to throw in the maximum amount for Solana. We're going to get 25 Solana, and then we're going to continue here. We're going to do the 12-month rate, since that's 103%. Boom. Now we have another holding. On the My Deposits here, you're going to see that one up there at the top. Best percentage rate right now. Fantastic. Make sure you check out Cryptonomy.finance. Remember, those rewards are in Solana. So if you haven't already, go check out Cryptonomy.finance. Links are in the description down below. But this is the longer term number that we're really kind of looking at. And you know, if we kind of zoom in here just a little bit, then you can see right there, the biggest number, 33,600. 33,600 is a long way from where we are. It is easier. I want to stress, it is easier for us to get to 50,000 than it is for us to get to 33,000. But the amount of money sitting in liquidity does not exist up in this range. So it is possible, entirely possible, that we're going to see a significant dump happen all the way down. I want to say to down here. These people around this 25,000 range, I don't think they're in danger, but you know, it should be noted that, you know, something like that, it's happened before. But I think the most likely play out is that we continue to range again in this high. We start coming up here, we start picking some of this apart, and then we just kind of play PvP for a little while. Now, while we're playing PvP, I want to stress that it would most likely be that this line right here, that little blue line that we've been holding for so long, that's probably where we're going to continue. What I would be looking for if I'm you is I'm looking for a bounce off of the 50, which is the green line here. I'm looking at the bounce off of the 20. I'm hoping the 20 becomes a support again. That's a bullish indicator as opposed to this 50, which I don't think represents nearly as bullish an outlook. And the 200 is down here in the 32,000 range. So in the event, and by the way, we were at the 200 not that long ago. So that was in the middle of October. So at some point, we're going to be touching it again. And that's going to be when the market starts to weaken. So I'd be very careful right now. The market's going to range here. Hopefully we don't lose this line right here, but there is no more catalysts. We're out of catalysts until the halving for Bitcoin. So does this kick off an alt season? It's not looking like it, because if Bitcoin go down, then alts go down. If Bitcoin stays in a range and continues to range, then we've got an altcoin season popping, but it's not ranging right now. It did dump. So if it makes a correction, starts to move back to the upside, then good. We'll be in good shape. But if it does not, then this is where we are. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. And it's not financial advice, but I believe I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you. You know what? We'll see you at the top on Bitcoin.